Hey Mark, this is John with ClickFunnels Support, and in this video I'm going to go over how you can set up your live and test products over here in Stripe and kind of show you which ID they need to share so that you can go ahead and test that product over in ClickFunnels when you're ready to. I understand that you were having some issues, you weren't sure how to share a product ID. Product ID is actually kind of misleading. It's actually the pricing plan ID that needs to be shared, not the product ID. And therefore you can't share the product ID. Stripe doesn't allow you to. It's actually the pricing plan ID that you have to share between the products. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start from the very beginning by creating a product in both a live version of the product and a test version of the product, and then I will show you how you can share the same pricing plan between the two, and then you can just apply that to your products, and then you should be able to test your products in ClickFunnels after that. So I'm over here in Stripe. Generally, what I like to do when I'm demonstrating this for a member is I will actually open up two tabs for Stripe. So if I go here, I'm just going to right click on the home button here, not a new window, sorry. And I'm going to go ahead and open that in a new tab. And in my second tab over here with my Stripe, I'm going to go to billing and products so that I'm looking at the same screen. But on the second tab, the second Stripe tab, I'm actually going to go and click View Test Data, this little toggle here. I'm going to toggle that on. This is where I'm going to be creating my test product. This is where I'm going to be creating my live product. The first tab's live, the second tab is test. So now that I'm in products under the billing subheader here, the billing menu, I'm going to go ahead and create my product. Now you may have already done this on your side. So it may be a little redundant, but I just want to go ahead and get through all of this just to make sure that you know every single step to take, just in case. I don't want to skip over anything and then it comes back later to confuse you or something like that. So I'm setting up my product here. I'm going to go ahead and give my pricing plan. It's now asking me to add a pricing plan for the product. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a nickname. I'm just going to call it the test pricing plan. I'm actually going to leave the ID blank because Stripe will generate one for me. It's now like asking me to fill out the payment information for said pricing plan, so I'm just going to leave it at $5 and just keep monthly selected here. I'm not going to have a trial for my product, so I'm just going to leave that blank. I'm going to go ahead and come down here and click Add Pricing Plan. All right, so now if I go back to products, you will see my product is now, the live product is now set up. If I click into that, you will see this area that says pricing plan here. There's my pricing plan. That's what's actually dictating what gets charged for the test product. So now what I want to do is jump over to the second tab that I have open for my test product. And I'm going to go ahead and click create product. And we're going to go through the same process we just went through. You do want to ensure that you fill out the test product the same way that you filled out the live product. They need to match. They need to be doppelgangers of each other, essentially copies of each other. So in this case, I'm going to name it the same thing, test product. I'm going to go ahead and click create product. I am now going to give it the same plan nickname, test pricing plan, because we're now setting up the pricing plan. Now this is where it's important here. This is what's going to be shared between the two products and what you were not seeing before. So this ID that's asking me for here is the pricing plan ID, not the product ID. So the way that I'm going to get that is I'm going to come back over to my live tab here. I'm looking at my live product. I'm going to go down here to pricing plans and I'm going to click on my pricing plan. I'm now looking at the attributes of the actual pricing plan itself, and you'll see the ID at the top here. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Now keep in mind, if I go back real quick, there is also an ID up here when looking in the product. That's not the same as the pricing plan ID. That's the product ID. We're not using that. So you actually have to click into the pricing plan when you're viewing your product and then get that ID that displays at the top. I'm going to come back over here to my test product, and where it says ID for when we're setting up the pricing plan, I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there. I'm going to come down here and fill out the same exact thing again, $5 monthly for the pricing of the product. and we'll go ahead and click Add Pricing Plan. At this point now, I just want to verify and make sure that my test product and my live product share the same pricing plan ID. So test product is set up now. I'm going to go ahead and click into the test product's pricing plan. And there's the test product's pricing plan ID. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the live version and check, and it looks like the pricing plan is the same. So they now share the same pricing plan. And as a result now, when you are setting up the product in ClickFunnels and you select the subscription that you want to use in the product settings, when you swap over to test mode, what it's going to do is Stripe will send this data to ClickFunnels, the test pricing plans information, so that you can properly test your product. So that's why we use the pricing plan ID versus the product plan ID, or versus the product ID. Is because you're actually testing the pricing plan. That's what's actually charging through the product. Stripe used to give you the ability to share actual product IDs, but then when they had like an update to their system, they completely took it away. It's now just shared between the two pricing plans. Okay, hopefully this video was informative for you. If you have any further questions or you need any help, if I went too fast in a certain section or anything like that, please let me know in a reply, and I will get back to you as soon as possible and continue helping you with this. All right, thanks, Mark. Bye.